Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to this new episode of Music with Nick. Oh God, look at my shirt. I love it. Thank you again, Dave, so much for this. I've always wanted to own, I never really knew what I wanted, but I've always wanted to own an Ennio Morricone t-shirt. But I was like, is he gonna be on there? Like, what cover should I do? What movie? But this is just, the best. This is literally like Quentin Tarantino, pretty much, like when the movie ends, so again, thank you so much for the shirt. I'm loving it. It's like, it fits perfectly. Today, as you can see in the description, we have a marathon by CAMEL. I love CAMEL. I think I've seen more video footage of them. I love the guitar player, his style, his his licks, and just the whole package. Just CAMEL is, I think, one of those underrated prog bands, unfortunately. But I'm sure it has a massive following of people that just they love CAMEL. That's their favorite, progressive rock band. Just like we have with King Crimson or Yes or Rush. But yeah, I'm super excited. This is requested by Nick, a fellow fan of the channel, of course. There's a lot of marathons by Thin Lizzy. Check those out. Those were all requested, most of them by Nick, and some amazing Gary Moore stuff, and just fantastic stuff. So I'm super excited about this. It's going to be 4 songs only because they're on the lengthier side, but hey, I'm all about long songs, as you know. And yeah, let's get into it. So let me see. Am I lagging? It looks like I'm lagging, but I could be wrong, now I'm always worried that I lag, So let's look at his email real quick. Nick's email. All right. So again, thank you so much, Nick, for sending me the links of all the songs. I did find them on Spotify, so the quality is going to be a bit higher, as YouTube, because YouTube, the compression is just very, very strong. So it says, "Hi, Nick, Lex, and Marley. Hope you are well. Here's a marathon from the 70s prog band CAMEL. Andrew Latimer, I think. Latimer is one of the greatest guitarists ever." Yes, I agree. I mean, he's up there with my faves. A soulful and melodic player. Yes, that's what we need. That's what I try to do when I play, to find a balance between, yes, technique is awesome. If you can do it, and it's very effective. It's very dramatic, and if you know how to play, I don't know, 16th notes or faster, because it is a great build up for maybe one specific note that you want to then bend or something, So just like speed can really be effective, but if you only play fast, then obviously it can get boring very quickly for a lot of people, So I prefer like a good mix between like whatever David Gilmour does, and then, a little bit of, I don't know, whatever jazz fusion comes to mind. But yeah, so we're gonna start it off with from the album Rain Dance. Let's see. Rain Dances. This is a remaster. When did this come out? It doesn't say. I'll look it up once I play the song. One of these days, I'll get an early night. Nice. One of these days, Pink Floyd. One of these days, I'll get an early night from Rain Dances. Then we're going to play Summer Lightning from Breathless. Let's see what year this was. 78. Cool. And then we're going to play The Sleeper as well from Breathless. And then we're going to play from the album Nude. This is from, that doesn't say either. They get so many albums wrong nowadays. From Andrew Latimer. I think that's what if his last name, if I'm mispronouncing it, I'm sorry. Latimer, I think it's Latimer. It says Andrew Latimer and CAMEL. This is Lies from the album Nude. So I think it is a CAMEL album. Yep, it is. I guess he just like the writing credits are his. So there it is. I'm super excited, and let's just start it off with let's see here. Doesn't say either on Nick's email, but hey, I'll look it up. Let's just get it started. Thank you so much for being here. If you like the videos, do give it a like or dislike, or maybe share, leave a comment, whatever you want, but just to get these videos out there. And so they don't, like I said the other day, and a friend of ours, he was laughing so hard because I said, you have to like and subscribe, otherwise the video is gonna die a slow and agonizing death. And he was like, you're too much, Nick. And I'm like, yeah, I know. But yeah, that's literally the truth, because if you don't engage with the video in some sort, like, liking it or leaving a comment, then YouTube doesn't care. They don't recommend the videos, and that's the problem, Okay, so here we go with One of These Days I'll Get an Early Night. All right. All right. That bass. backwards. Wow, man. That was, I couldn't even pause. I was like, I can't do this. It's bad because, you know, some studios really get, you know, pissed when you don't pause. But man, wow. I mean, this sounded way more fusion, you know, like pretty much like a jazz fusion band than a prog band, you know, which for me, you know, that's all I need all day, you know. So this is from 1977. And it reminded me a lot of like bands like what are they called? The Chick Corea with Al Di Meola, Return to Forever, that kind of deal, you know. Beautiful bass line. Like I can't sing it right now. I had it in my head and I wanted to pause. No, that's the Stevie Wonder. But I love the improvisation from first, like the keyboard, the sax, beautiful, all of them, and then the guitar player. Holy shamoli! I mean, Andrew here, like and exactly what I was saying. Like he was playing, you know, really nice melodies, some beautiful bends, and then you know, just for effect there. You know, it's not. And then he went straight back to, you know, playing beautiful slow notes with a lot of feel. I even love that he kind of like took off the delay, put it back on. Fantastic player, fantastic band. This was amazing, really, really cool. And I can't wait to show this to Alexa because she's such a bass freak, you know, and that bass line was just poof. And I also love that he kind of like, he was exploring like the modes, you know. He was not just like playing the pentatonic scale or anything. He was just like, even though it was one chord progression, he was going out, you know, out of the comfort zone. And, you know, I like when guitar players take, you know, a little bit of risks. I mean, maybe he had it all thought out, but it sounded more like an improvisation that really landed, you know, really cool. And that's what I like to listen to, you know. I like to listen to guitar players improvising. Like I do love of course there's like guitar players that their solos are so perfect and they always play them the same way. And I love that, but especially like metal bands, rock bands, you know, they pretty much, they don't improvise. They have a solo and that's what they do. And maybe they change when you hear it live 3-4 notes, depending on their, you know, but usually they just play the same, you know, they just keep it safe. But yeah, this was amazing. So one of these days, I'll get an early night, amazing song. Can't wait to jam to that in the car, you know. So good. Okay, Summer Lightning is next. Now this one is a year later, and I enjoyed that it didn't have vocals. I loved it, you know. Super cool. Okay, so this one is a bit longer than we get the super long one, and then we get another lengthier one. So they're all, that's why we only have 4. But yeah, let's go with Summer Lightning. Let's go.
Here's that feeling once again. Cross the room you turn and then smile. I've known that smile before. Guess we've been friends for sure. Dreams and memories so clear. Share the love that we once had. Let the music carry on. Keep on dancing.
The bass.
Here in the falling rain.
say one quick thing because I wanted to say in the first song, those chords reminded me a lot of Vangelis, like the Blade Runner soundtrack, you know, the theme of da 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 da, the love theme. And the register, I think I'm sure I've said this before because I do tend to repeat myself. The register of the singer, he sounds a little bit like the guy from Moody Blues, the singer, not just, maybe just the register, the deepness of his voice. Not that he sounds like the guy from Moody Blues. I know that's like a 10-year apart deal here. Like when the first Moody Blues albums, I guess, they were from the 60s, mid 60s, I guess. But yeah, it just reminds me a little bit. I'm not comparing. Very cool. Just the whole thing. I love the bass here again, you know. It's so good.
For a while, let's renew all those lovers' ties. The summer lightning in your eyes, it keeps on dancing.
I love it, man. I love that he spent like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes just improvising. Beautiful. And like I said, like I love the, Andrew's playing, because he does mix a lot of that, yes, it's very melodic, very a lot of feel, but he also can play fast, and I love that, when they can mix it up a little bit. And but man, I was gonna say something else. It's just perfect, I love this band. I didn't know. I look at Wikipedia most of the time when I'm listening, and oh yeah, another thing that I wanted to say from the first track, Brian Eno was on that too, and yeah, I mean, what a band! I just love it. It is progressive rock, but I think these so far, I think I would call it more like fusion, jazz fusion, because of the improvisation, because of, I don't know, the structure of the songs. It's more jazzy than rock so far, and really cool. So yeah, so this is a year later, but I can't wait to listen to more from this first album. And yeah, it's just wonderful. I was gonna say something else, but I forgot. I didn't want to pause in the middle of the solo. I would never do that. Maybe I've done it like once, and it's like sacrilegious. But even for me, even I never pause, or like when I'm showing someone a song, I would never pause it to talk about it. Like, let's listen to it first. But again, I'm just following YouTube rules and stuff like that. Okay, so the next one here is the Sleeper from the same album. Let's see. So far, amazing. Oops, what's this? Who wants what? Okay. All right, here we go. So this is like the epic. I can't with this band. This is too much. So good. So the first part did seem kind of proggy, you know, the time signatures. Super syncopated, but oh man, so cool. It's almost like they're counting like, I don't know. It's like they're changing it up every like, I don't know. I would have to like go back and listen to it, but I love it. And then this section came in, which is, it sounds a lot more, you know, jazzier again. And that, I don't even know, is that a saxophone? But it doesn't really sound like a saxophone. Let's see. I get it pulled up here. That keyboard solo first was just amazing. Just the melody. Okay, it does say Mel Collins flute, oboe. Like, was that an oboe? It sounded like an oboe. Da, 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 da. Yeah, this band is like really good. It's always so sad, you know, when I discover bands like this that are so good, and I'm like, why didn't I listen to this before? You know, but it's just like, it's one of those things, you know. It's like when you guys, when I play something and you've never heard it and you're like, where has this been? And this is not even that, you know, it's not even that new. It's like from the 90s or something, you know. When you guys discover bands that we post, you know, and I don't know, that feeling must be like, okay, yeah, I did miss out. I mean, you guys had all this, but yeah, it's crazy. I love it. Okay, let's keep going. It's just so good. It's like ridiculous. Thank you again, Nick, for the reintroduction. We have done some Camel before, you know, but I guess never a real marathon. So I'm super excited to release this. All right. Wow, man. Wow, so this is very interesting here. Talking about Andrew. It says here progressive rock guitarists such as Steve Rothery Marillion, Michael Ackerfeld by Opeth, Brian Jost, Bruce scored The Pineapple Thief, cite Latin America as one of their primary influences. Musician and producer Steven Wilson of Porcupine Tree is a known fan of Camel and has stated, Andy Latimer means very much to me. That's wow. He received a Lifetime Achievement Award in 2014 Progressive Music Awards. I mean, I'm not surprised. This sounds amazing, this music. That's so cool, man, you know? And you guys, I mean, if you haven't heard Porcupine Tree or Steven Wilson, you have to. Some amazing stuff. Like, he's the guy remastering all the albums, like Yes and King Crimson and, you know, Jethro Tull, and he's like in there, you know. All right, so okay, this is the last one, and I'm really like pleasantly surprised. I'm super into this. Like, this is so good. So good. So this is Lies by Andrew and Camel. I don't know if this is like a solo album. I think it is. Let's see. Because I'm looking at the albums. Oh no, this is 1981 Camel album. Okay. All right, now we got it out of the way. And here we go with Lies. Okay, like, you know, it reminds me, and this is not, I'm not comparing, I'm not saying anyone's better, like, please, but it's almost like if you would put Mark Knopfler and David Gilmour in a centrifuge, you know, and then like Andrew comes out, like, I guess both of this, he has that even in this Summer Lightning, that rhythm, it sounded very much like Dire Straits, but I'm not saying they're, you know, copying each other, you know. I don't want to say that, but I think Andrew's style is just like, it's so rich that I'm hearing like a lot of, you know, like what David Gilmour would do, I guess, in certain, you know, they're the same age, you know. I just looked it up. Mark Knopfler is the same age as Andrew. So I don't know. Maybe there is some influence, but I couldn't tell. I don't know who influenced Mark Knopfler. Maybe the person that influenced Mark Knopfler also influenced Andrew. But I just love that he can do it. It sounds very clean, and it almost sounds like he's playing with his fingers, you know, like that sound that Mark Knopfler has. But there's also a lot of legato, like those hammer-ons from, like, kind of like, they call them hammer-ons from nowhere, where you just basically pick the note by hammering on the note instead of picking it, you know, and that gives a specific sound. I do that very much, but it took me years to do. And now when I play something fast, I don't really pick the notes anymore. So you don't hear the, you just hear the note. So it gives like a little bit of a, I don't know, it just sounds different. It sounds really good. Look, I just love it. Yeah. But again, I'm not comparing Mark Knopfler here with Andrew or Dave. You know, they're all unique and amazing. So let's continue. Damn, wow. Like, what a guitar player. I really have to, like, I you know, that's the thing about the channel, that I kind of like sacrifice a lot of listening by myself. I just listen to the same stuff because I want to keep as much as I can for the channel. You know, like, we've deprived ourselves literally, like, of King Crimson because we were like, oh, maybe it's gonna happen, you know. maybe we can react, and then we saw some other people react, and then we finally reacted, and we were just blown away. And now we're gonna go see them, I think, in September. Steve Vai and Tony Levin and I think Andrew Ballou and who's the drummer? Oh yeah, Danny Carey. Oh my God. We're gonna walk out of there like totally, completely like that. Man, this band, it's amazing. I can't wait to show this to Alexia. We're gonna go right now and drive We're gonna go see a band, I think a local band, like a funk band, and I'm gonna show her these 4 songs. She's gonna lose her mind. So good. Thank you so much, Nick. This was an amazing marathon, amazing musical display, like everything. The drummer, the bass, ridiculous, like ridiculously good. The keyboard, all the improvisations were masterful. The atmospheres, the chords, but obviously what I love the most, is the guitar. But the guitar, every solo was just beautiful and full of expression, great licks, and but he always keeps it very interesting. But it always reminds me a little bit, like of one of my favorite players, like both. Like there's like this top 5, right? And in this top 5 is obviously David Gilmour and Mark, and but he's like a great combination of both. And I never knew this, just like stuff that, and also like I love that he does play faster licks, because I enjoy that very much. And David Gilmour doesn't really play fast. He doesn't have to, it's not necessary for the music. But Mark Knopfler does play a little quicker, and there's like these typical like repetitions he does, like at the end of a song, like Sultans of Swing, so it's cool to be able to do it. I'm sure David Gilmour can play very fast if he wanted to, but he just doesn't need to, it's not necessary for the music. But yeah, this one, I guess it's just a little bit more jazz fusion, than I thought. This is awesome. Thank you so much. And now I'm gonna go back when I listen to Porcupine Tree and pay attention if there's any CAMEL in there. I'm sure there is. But yeah, this was awesome. Let me know what you guys think. Please comment below which one was your favorite. And then the comparisons. Like I said, I'm not saying anybody's better. They're all on a different level. They're all on an amazing musical level that takes years and years, and I respect them equally. And so yeah, keep that in mind. And thank you so much for watching. Please do like the video if you really enjoyed it, and maybe share it with a friend, fellow musician, or your family. And if you want to subscribe, of course, you're welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you all in the next one.